what's up? My name is Ashley. Welcome to my channel. If you are brand new, I make videos about like simplicity and faith and lifestyle and all sorts of things. I get a lot of questions on here about what are some of my favorite like Bible studies and books that I've read. So I thought I would just make a video sharing all of my favorite books and Bible studies that I have read and gone through so far. Also, I do want to mention I'm going to link all of these books and Bible studies that I talk about today down in the down bar on wherever I can find the cheapest price on Amazon. So definitely check out the down bar if you'd like to purchase any of these books after watching this video. So I thought I would go ahead and start with the Bible studies first. And when I say Bible studies, I'm talking about the kinds that are workbooks. So all of these I have done with my church, like in a Bible study group, because they have videos that go with them. But if you ever see these at Lifeway, know that you don't have to watch the videos to be able to go through the Bible studies. They're just something extra to allow you to discuss in a group. But any of these you can do individually, so just keep that in mind. So I'm going to start with my first ever workbook like Bible study that I ever went through. And it is Esther by Beth Moore, and I am obsessed with Beth Moore. I wish I could be her. She is just super awesome. She sticks to the word, and she's just a really great teacher. And so I loved this Bible study. This really digs deep into the book of Esther. It's a 10-week study, so there's like 5 little devotional type workbook things a week. It takes about 30 minutes a day, like 5 days a week to get through it in 10 weeks. But it's really cool. I loved this particular book of the Bible and just really digging deep into it because, you know, the name of Jesus was never mentioned in this book. God was never really talked about in this book. And so just seeing how he had his hand on everything all throughout Esther's journey was just really incredible. And so even, you know, it's just a reminder that even when you can't really feel him or hear him, he's still there. And so this is probably my favorite Bible study of all time. Actually, there's another one I probably like just as much. But this one and the one I'm going to show you next are definitely 2 of my favorites. So I recommend anything by Beth Moore, but this study in particular was my favorite. So my other favorite one, and I've actually done a whole video on this one, is called Seamless by Angie Smith. And this study takes you in 7 weeks through the entire Bible from beginning to end. So if you became a Christian like later on in life, or if you've just had trouble sort of connecting all the places and events and stories in the Bible and just understanding them as a complete story, this is for you. I have always just kind of had a hard time remembering like what happened when and stuff, because obviously the Bible is a very complex and very long book, and so this definitely is probably the best tool if you want to gain a better understanding of the Bible. I could not recommend this enough, and if you want to hear more of like an in-depth review of this book or this Bible study, I will link it in the down bar. Alright, and then I have 2 other Bible studies to show you. The first one is The Armor of God by Priscilla Shirer, and I actually am not very far into this, but she writes very similarly to Beth Moore, and she's just a great teacher in general. And so this is just, Priscilla just really brings to light the importance of just armoring yourself and knowing your strength in the Lord, and just it's just a really great study. This is, a lot of people have said this is the best study that they've ever gone through in their lives, that have gone through like tons of studies. And so I definitely recommend this as well. I'm loving it so far. And this last study I actually have not done yet, but I just wanted to share it because it's the next study that I plan on going through. I plan on starting it actually, well, right after I finish The Armor of God. But this is Entrusted by Beth Moore, and this is Beth Moore's newest study. It came out I think in like October or something, but obviously I love Beth Moore. This is her newest study, and I just wanted to share this with you because this is what I'm going through next, in case you are curious. Alright, and I have a couple other Bible studies that I've really enjoyed, but for the sake of this video, I'm not going to share every single one. I'm going to go ahead and start with the books. Alright, so this next author, if you are on social media at all, I'm sure you have heard of her, and I'm sure you have seen this book. This is Grace Not Perfection by Emily Lay, Embracing Simplicity and Celebrating Joy. And this book was phenomenal. I absolutely love it. Emily Lay is awesome. So not only is this book just like a super cute coffee table book, but this really is a very this is just a very inspiring book, and it just really highlights the importance of not over committing yourself to time commitments and just, you know, learning to simplify and just focus on what's important. So, which is really what, you know, living a simple life is all about. So if you're into like minimalism, especially if you are a mom, I feel like this book would be really beneficial for you because she has 3 very young children. And so she talks about that a lot and just what it's like in her marriage and everything. And so I loved this book. So if you're interested in the topics of like simplicity at all, I definitely recommend this. And on the back, one of my favorite quotes from the book is, "I will hold myself to a standard of grace, not perfection." And, you know, God gives us grace every single day. And so I like how she tied that in her book as well. My next book that I'm going to show you, I also talked about in a video, if you watched my video about like how to make things happen and achieve your goals. So this is the Make It Happen book by Lara Casey. She's also very popular on social media. Both her and Emily Lay both have small businesses, like stationery type businesses, planners, things like that. And so this is all about, and it says on the back, you were created for a purpose and it's time to make it happen. So Lara just takes you through her personal journey about, you know, struggles in her life and in her marriage and how long it took her to build her business. But when she finally taking that leap of faith and just making it happen. And so this is a really good book if you have a dream that you want to achieve and just steps to help, you know, put that plan into action. And so another super, super great read. I read this one really quickly because I really loved it. So it's awesome. This next book I actually got for Christmas, and this is a book that one of my favorite bloggers of all time wrote and released. Her name is Brooke Sayward, and she is about my age from Australia, and the day she graduated college, booked a one-way flight from Australia to London and has been traveling the world solo ever since. And so this is her book, World of Wanderlust. And so if you like to travel at all, or if you have any small case of the Wanderlust, this book is super, super awesome, and I think you would really love it. There's so many different like categories in this book. Not only are there like lots of really cute like pictures and stuff, but there's lots of tips for solo traveling with others, where to like eat and stay at different places around the world. Just like lots of different things. There's recipes, music playlists. So this is literally anyone that likes to travel, you will love this book. And I will link Brooke's blog and her YouTube channel down below. And this book. So this next book I have for you is a book that I think every single Christian should read at some point in their life. And this is a huge bestseller. You've probably heard of it. It's by Rick Warren, and it is The Purpose-Driven Life. And I think my mom and dad got this for me on my 19th birthday a few years ago. It's just all about, you know, like discovering your purpose in Christ and just living a purposeful Christian life, hence the purpose-driven life. And so Rick Warren is an awesome author. It's just a really life-changing book that I feel like every Christian, this is a classic that every Christian needs to read. And so it's basically, even if you're not a Christian, it's just all about, you know, why am I here? What on earth am I here for? And it just really breaks that question down and looks at it from a lot of different aspects. So another awesome book that I recommend. The next one is actually the book that inspired me to start my YouTube channel. Because if you know me personally, I'm a very I wouldn't say shy. I'm really not shy. I'm just a more reserved person. And so I really had wanted to start a YouTube channel for years. I've watched YouTube forever. But I was just afraid, what would people think if they found out? Would they think I'm weird or whatever, or think a lot of myself? And so this book is called Audacious by Beth Moore. Surprising, I love Beth Moore. The word audacious basically means boldness. And so the message in this book is what inspired Beth Moore to preach, to, serve women all around the globe. And so it's just a really inspiring book to just have boldness for Christ and to not be afraid, if God is calling you to do something, to start a ministry or to start a YouTube channel or a blog or whatever it is, to go serve as a missionary in Africa, just having the boldness to do that. And so if you have something that you feel like God is calling you to do, but you're just unsure about it, I definitely recommend this book, because this really inspired me to just take that leap and to just unapologetically share the things that God has taught me here on YouTube. And it's just a really inspiring book. And so I recommend this as well. Right, the second to last book, or the last thing I'm going to show you, is a little book series. But the next one I have to show you is Lessons from Madame Chic, 20 I cannot speak today. 20 Stylish Secrets I Learned While Living in Paris. And this is by a fellow YouTuber, Jennifer Scott, which I love her videos. I'm sure most of you have seen them. She's the Daily Connoisseur here on YouTube. But this is really an interesting book because I would love to go live abroad in Europe, but I don't think I have the guts to ever do that. And so this is how I can bring a little bit of the Parisian life to Nashville, Tennessee. And so this is just Jennifer lived abroad with a family in Paris for a while when she was around her college, I think in college. And she just wrote a book sharing all the different secrets that she learned while living in Paris. And if you're interested in minimalism and simplicity, I think you'll find this book really interesting, because she talks a lot about how first off, how tiny their wardrobes were. If you think a capsule wardrobe is small, they all have about 10-ish items in their wardrobe, and it really works for them. And it talks just a lot about how much simpler their lives are, and just from their makeup routine to how they eat together and spend time together. It's just really interesting. And so I love this book. I actually have her other book she sent to me, Polish Your Poise with Madame Chic, which I really liked as well. But this is the original, and I just wanted to share this one with you. Alright, and then the last thing I have to show you is a book series. And I love this book series. This is called the Bloomberg Play series by Melody Carlson. And this is more written for someone around my age or a little bit younger. It's about 4 girls who are all post-college graduates. And they're all just sort of figuring life out together. They all come from very different backgrounds. And they end up all renting a room in the same house and just getting to know each other. And it's just sort of goes through their life over the course of, I think, a year in all 4 of these books, and just the things that they happen, the trials that they face. And it's just really cool. And this is a faith-based book. I got this at a Christian bookstore, actually for 99 cents each. And I just thought the covers were cute, so I thought I'd try it, because $4 for an entire book series was pretty awesome. But I really loved it. This is my favorite book series, and I'm rereading through it again for the second time. So love these books as well. So my current read right now is The Magnolia Story. And if you know me, you know I am obsessed with them. And so I feel like I don't really need to explain why I love this book. I want to be Joanna and Beth Moore and everybody. So Current read, obsessed. Yeah, there are no words. I love them. So thank you so much for watching. It was kind of fun going through all my favorite books and talking about them. I will link all of these books down in the down bar on Amazon, wherever I can find the cheapest price. So if you would like to purchase any of these, I'll also include the Bible studies on Amazon. So if you'd like to purchase any of these, definitely check out those links down below. And I don't know why I keep looking down at them like I'm talking to the books. I'm talking to you guys. So yeah, those will be linked down below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and if you would like to see more videos from me, don't forget to subscribe. And yeah, I will see you in my next video. Bye! Also, I do want to mention I'm going to link all of these books and Bible studies that I talk about today down in the down bar on wherever I can find the cheapest price on Amazon. So definitely check out the down bar if you'd like to purchase any of these books after watching this video.